Our next song is a fan favorite of our band. Please get down and boogie as we feature our color guard, tuba section, and drumline to Santana's Everybody's Everything. gentlemen, at this time, yes, if possible, that you stand. And gentlemen, please remove your hats as we take all to a marker with the flag of our national anthem.
Good evening, everybody. Dennis Stuckey along with Coach Dave Taddy for Thumb Coast Television in the Port Huron Area School District. Coach, we're getting set. Week 1 of the high school football season 2026. I don't have to ask if you're excited. I already know, and you know that I'm excited for this. PH just won an exciting game this afternoon at the Big House in Ann Arbor. They beat Anchor Bay in double overtime to get the season rolling the right way, and we're hoping for a good one here tonight. Port Huron Northern graduated a lot of players, and they've got a tough schedule this year, and they've moved up from the blue to the white. What do the Huskies have to do to keep it going? Because they've made the playoffs 10 years in a row, and people are expecting it.
Well, I think, when you talk about Port Huron Northern, it's always going to start with their defense first, Dennis. This year, it's going to be led by their ends, Narelle Jordan, who also plays tight end and wing. He's a ranked player within the state. And number 84, Mason McCracken, both of defensive ends. Losing a lot on the defense. I've been told that the defense is going to rely on veteran leadership from their middle linebacker, number 17, Caden Hofstester. In the back, in the defensive secondary, will be anchored by number 2, Joey Lincoln, who is also their number 1 target on offense, and number 12, Messiah Drake, who also plays slot receiver on offense. So you got 2 top DBs in that Port Huron Northern defense that also be playing offense tonight.
All right, well, we'll take a look at the Huskies because a lot's changed on offense, too. Jordan Ban will be the feature running back, and a guy, Vinny Vinatelli, who started last year's game and actually beat Thurston 13-6. Northern beat Thurston in week 1 last year with Vinny at quarterback, but by week 2, they went to the senior Cam Haryu at halftime of that game, and Vinny didn't get a lot of snaps after that, but he's grown since the last time I've seen him play. He's bigger, he's stronger, and hopefully he's a little more experienced and matured.
Definitely, has a big arm, plays with a little swagger, and he's going to play with even more now that he's a sophomore. Like you said, Jordan Band's going to be the number 1 running back for the Huskies. They also are going to go by committee a little bit. They also have number 44, Wyatt Snyder, and number 21, Jonah Young, who is the brother of 2 former area running backs, John and Jalen Young. Before mentioned, number 2, Joey Lincoln and Messiah Drake playing at receiver. And also, I was told Brock Burdage, number 1 receiver. He will be everywhere on both sides of the ball, and he is all about business. Up front, the O-line will be led by center Layden July. Said he's young, but he's very smart. So let's see what they can do today.
All right, Thurston will kick it off, so the Huskies will get the ball first. You're a defensive coach, so I know you'd like to play defense first.
Always.
But what's the key here for Northern on offense? You don't necessarily have to score, but you'd like to get a few first downs and get a rhythm going.
The coach that always told me what to do offensively, learning coming up as a young coach, was Ryan Mullins, and he used to say, let's just get a first down. So, that's usually what you want to start the season out with, just getting a first down.
Lincoln and Drake are back deep, and they're going to switch sides now. So Drake to the far sideline and Lincoln to the near sidelines to us. They're both standing at the hash marks around the 11-yard line, so they're not expecting a deep kick here. And a lot of teams have gone to that squib kicking and short kick in the last few years. It's a pretty long kick, and it's going to go out of bounds, so our first flag of the season. You have about 15 options here. Re-kick, take the ball at the 35, or take it where it went out of bounds?
I think you just take it at the 35. Play in positive yards to start the game here.
So first down Huskies from their own 35-yard line, and let's see what they've got.
Well, if you don't have goosebumps right now, I don't think you're a high school football fan. Just driving down 24th Street, looking at Memorial Stadium getting filled.
I know one guy that's got goosebumps, and that's Coach Van Drew in his second season as Northern's head coach after several as an assistant. Going to go 3 receivers here for Venatelli. Single back, and they'll give the ball. This is Ban working his way close to the 40-yard line. That's a nice play on first down.
So just remembering from watching Northern last year, it looks like their main personnel grouping is 20 personnel, which would be 2 running backs, 3 receivers. What you're going to notice, though, is a lot of people, they call it number 7. He's an H-back. Some of them call him a tight end. We always refer to that as a running back. So that's why we call that 2 backs.
That is Norrell Jordan. He's at the end of the line to the near side. 2 receivers wide to the left, out of the gun. They give it to Ban again, straight up the middle. Ooh, and he just got tripped up. But still a nice gain, and they're looking at 3rd and short. Got about 3 there.
Well, the old Northern team, knowing when they were a little bit more veteran of a team, you're probably thinking 2 downs right here when you have a lot of strength on your defense. But, defense is young, so let's see if they don't get it here if they go for it on 4th.
Joey Lincoln, single receiver to the left. They've got 2 wideouts here to the right, and they've moved Jordan to the other side of the line, out of the gun. They're going to run again with Ban right up the middle, and they've got room up the middle, and Ban is across the 50 with a Husky first down to the 49-yard line.
Nothing fancy so far, just running out of 20 personnel and running inside zone, so nothing fancy, just testing the big boys up front from Thurston.
Right up the middle, and Ban's got 16 yards on 3 carries to start the ball game. That's a good sign for Northern. Early on, their bigs are opening the holes. Tenney says something to Ban, who lines up behind him out of the shotgun with 3 receivers again. And play action, little dump to Jordan, who is coming across. I like the play, but it doesn't get much. No gain.
Well, they ran that play, the second play. They ran inside zone with the H smacking that defensive end on the other side. On this time, they tried to slip him out to the flats, but it was very well defended by Thurston there.
Now Venatelli completes his first pass, but doesn't get any yardage for it. Bring up 2nd and 10 from the 49 of Thurston. Working out of the gun. Back on the ground with Ban, and this time the Eagles are ready for him and stop him for no gain.
So far it's all been inside zone, and it's been just running inside zone out of 20 personnel. You know what? I'm not going to be as good as I used to be. This is my 3rd year now not coaching football, so I might not be as sharp as I used to be. Split zone when the H goes across that. 11 personnel now.
Landon Ford into the game. He's the wide out to the far side. On 3rd and 10, Ban, little pressure coming. He had to throw it maybe sooner than he wanted to, and it's dropped by Jordan, and maybe a good thing because they would have lost yardage on the play.
All right, so let me go back. I had my thought. 3 inside zone plays, 2 split zone plays. They tried to slip the H out, and then what they did was they kept the same group of people in, but they went again to 11 personnel. Basically took Norrell, who's the H back, and split him out to the number 3 receiver. So same group of people, not many subs on the first series for Northern.
So they're going to have to punt. They get 1 first down out of that. They move the ball a little bit. And defensively, they should be set up pretty good here unless there's a big return. And over the head of the return man, and that'll be down near the 10-yard line.
Did you notice anything on that punt there, Dennis, by Northern?
Not a whole lot too different with the sun in my eyes right now.
Well, usually, I mean, again, it's early in the season. I mean, being the long snapper is probably the worst position to play on a high school football team, but usually Northern's pretty sharp in special teams. That snap looked like it was up in the air for a little bit, so I'm wondering if Thurston's going to come back on the next series and try to go after it. Let's just remember that.
They'll start from their own 10, though, so this is a good start, I think, for Northern so far.
Well, relying on the defense again, so let's see if this young defense can do what their predecessors have done here.
It's like Jakari Williams is going to be the quarterback. We were trying to figure it out. Jones was the guy warming up, but they're going with Jakari Williams at quarterback. He's got a back lined up right on his hip to the left and three receivers that way. So they go trips left, single receiver to the right. Send a man in motion, and the ball was snapped too soon, and we've got a flag.
So that was one thing that I guess we didn't get to talk about Thurston early on in the pregame or whatever we had there. Heard from the Port Huron Northern coach staff that they're going to get a lot of motion today. So they were really concerned about adjusting to all the motion that Thurston's going to give to them. So,
well, they take a 5-yard penalty there, so it's 1st and 15 from the 5 now. How about a safety to open the scoring this year?
Hey, that would just be like Northern, right? 7-3 game.
They had a 3-2 game last year in week 2 against Lamphere. Out of the shotgun, they empty the backfield this time, put a man in motion, and fake the jet sweep. The quarterback keeps, and Williams will get the penalty yardage back and maybe a couple more.
Again, second play of the game, we saw motion again, so I guess Port Huron's defense is going to be ready for this, but again, going to see a lot of motion and how they can adjust to the motion.
So it'll be 2nd down and about 8 here, I think. Where'd they put that ball? They finally, well, they didn't give them that much.
Well, definitely last 2 formations, they've been spread out pretty wide. So again, we're
only got to the 9, so that's only a gain of 4 on the play. So 2nd and 11. Williams has Jeremiah Johnson in the backfield with him. They continue to go with the 4 receiver look. Looking to throw, stepping up is Williams. Little sidearm toss, nearly picked off. Oh, they had a chance at that. It looked like 88, McCardle had his hands on the ball at one point.
a little sloppy early on in the season for Thurston here. Running pretty much out of 10 personnel. 1 running back, no tight end. 4 receivers.
Big 3rd and 11 here because you can get some real good field position if you can get a stop.
Probably don't want to sling that ball over the middle again here.
Let's see, they're going to put the 3 receivers out wide left and a single receiver to the right. Johnson stays in the backfield. This time he's kind of hidden, snuck behind the quarterback.
Maybe a run here, Dennis.
Going to give him the straight handoff, and he juggled the ball. It was loose for a moment. Northern saying they came out and they've got it, and the officials agree with them. We've got a fumble, and it's going to be first down Huskies inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you could tell by the split of the 3 receivers there. They were bunched up over there on the numbers on the far side of the field. Don't think the quarterback can throw the ball that far. So you probably knew they were just trying to spread them out to run it up the middle, which they did. But, again, another sloppy turnover by Thurston. And you know what? Same year, different year, same situation. It looks like Northern's defense.
Northern has it first down from the 12-yard line. And Tilly working out of the gun.
Tight end in the game now.
Band straight up the middle. Didn't quite make the 10-yard line.
So this is the first time that Northern has changed their personnel grouping. It looks like they brought in is that 81 or 88? 88 to play tight end. So they took Narell out at the H-back, and they've gone to 11 personnel with the tight end.
See here, they'll split 2 receivers out wide to the right. Single receiver to the left. But they're running with Ban, and now we've got a whistle, and Ban had an opening, so somebody did something illegal.
Coach is going to want that play back. That was a nice trap set up inside. And again, It's hard for me to see these numbers. Maybe number left guard made a nice block on there. And play got called back.
Well, they called the penalty against the defense, so that actually didn't hurt Northern as much. 5-yard gain will put them at the 7. It's still second down. They can get a first down without a touchdown. Band's the running back. He'll get the handoff here, looking for a hole up the middle, and sperms his way maybe to the 6-yard line.
Came back and ran the trap the other way. Putting the extra man on the line, number 88 tight end, and changing their run scheme a little bit up.
Here comes a big third down. And I'm going to ask now, you're at the 6.
Going for it.
You're going for it on fourth down?
The way Thurston's offense looked like, I'm going for it all night.
We're going to split Joey Lincoln way out to the right. But they're running with Band. He's got a hole. Yep. He's into the end zone for a Husky touchdown. On 3rd and 4, Band gets all 6, and Northern's on the board.
Well, he's been the workhorse the last 2 series, so we kind of know what Northern's looking to do early on in the season. Get number 5, Jordan Band, going. And he's done a good job running that inside zone for Northern today.
So an extra point try coming up here by the Huskies. Halfway into the first quarter. Landon Thomas, who kicked last year for Northern, has a pretty good leg.
Highly ranked kicker in the nation. This guy really puts the time in the kick.
Yep. And Thurston jumps, so now what do? You get that yard and a half. Do you try to get 2 points instead of the one? You get greedy here?
We're not chasing early.
We're not chasing early. Okay.
Because, sometimes you go down there, you score, and then you miss you go for 2 and miss it, and you almost feel more defeated.
My dad would have liked you. Thomas for the point after. Good snap, good hold, good kick. 7-0 Huskies. And they take advantage of the turnover to get the first points of the ball game. So this is a real good start. I thought the first drive was okay. The defensive stand was terrific. The takeaway's terrific. They punched it in and didn't really mess around with it.
Well, it's hard being up here in the booth and trying to get into the mindset of what, Port Huron Northern's trying to do today. But, again, they did change up their personnel grouping. They were in the red zone. They brought a tight end in the game. They could have brought the tight end in to kind of give Norrell a break from the H-back. Maybe they wanted to put another body on the offensive line, but definitely inside zone out of 11 personnel was good for them on that drive. So, again, it's been a lot of inside zone out of 20 personnel and 11 personnel. Haven't thrown the ball much today, but didn't really need to. It's up on that long 3rd and 10.
For Thurston, probably their most athletic players are receivers, but after the first pass that Williams threw, I would be a little nervous.
Again, I don't know if we were getting bum scoop, but he wasn't the quarterback that we expected today. Maybe they just need to get him out of the pocket a little bit and get him some space.
Thomas to kick it off. And again, Thurston's not expecting a deep kick here.
This one's going in the end zone.
Yeah, they might be a little surprised at where Thomas can kick the ball.
Oh.
He's going to pooch it. Fair catch called for at the 40 and secured by Thurston's Dominic Brantley.
Maybe they wanted to get a jump on him and maybe get 2 scores, but I'll tell you what, one of the best weapons I have in high school is a kicker that can kick the ball in the end zone.
And make them go 80 yards every time.
Who was it? The kid from Almont?
Yeah, make them go 80 yards every single time. Richmond was doing the same thing.
That's part of having a great defense. So we're 4 wide here, Dennis, 10 personnel.
Now this looks like it may be Jones, and they snap it over his head, and he's going to fall on it at about the 28. Husky slid over the top of him, and is going to get a penalty and that's going to save the day for Thurston. Yeah, they snuck Quentin Jones Jr. in at quarterback on this second drive. They were going to lose about 11 yards there, and now they're probably going to pick up 4 after they walk off this 15-yard penalty.
I'm going into the memory bank here. My CTE is kicking in a little bit. This reminds me, because I watched the game last year, who did Port Huron play, the blue and gold team? Was it second or third week in the stadium, and how sloppy they were?
Was it Fitzgerald?
Yes, they were good at the end, towards the end of the year, but watching that game on Huddle, just sloppy handling, and this is kind of looking just like that.
After the penalty, the ball goes to the 43, and so it'll actually be 1st and 7 instead of second down and 11. Jones working out of the gun. 2 receivers to each side this time. So they've gone away from the trips, at least for this play. Jones standing in the pocket. Now pressure coming, and the Huskies have got him for a sack.
There's Norrell.
Norrell Jordan.
He said his name as the leader of the defense, and he's living up to it so far, playing a little bit of both ways. But you can't hold that ball that long, and if you're going to throw the ball, step up in the pocket and get rid of it.
Loss of about 5 on the play.
Haven't paid too much attention to the Northern defense just because I'm trying to get a grip on what Thurston's trying to do, but
right now they need to do something a little more than what they've done. Jones working out of the gun on 3rd, and we'll call it 18. Straight drop. Now, and that's in the area of a hold. The pass is incomplete, so if this is a hold, the Huskies will likely decline it and make them punt the football here.
You know what, I think that Northern's just got them playing right in their hands right now. I think Thurston needs to know that 7-on-7 season's over, and this is big boy season now. So they haven't even really tried to run the ball but once on a fumble, which wasn't a bad run, but it's not 7-on-7 season anymore.
Let's see, this is going to be Oliver back to kick, and Northern is going to send, who they sending back deep there? Is that Joey Lincoln?
Looks like number 2. Yep, Joey.
Joey Lincoln.
So what's the over-under on punts blocked this year by Port Huron Northern?
Don't they always? They lead the world in block punts every year. Their special teams have been so good the last 10 years.
Line drive punt.
Drive kick from the 31. Here's Lincoln trying to cut across the field, and he'll be tackled shy of the 40 at about the 38. It's decent field position.
Nice tackle by number 22. Brandon Kennedy.
I think you like your kick returners to run straight instead of sideline to sideline, but I'm not down on the field, so I don't know who's running after me.
The 2 best plays as Thurston's had so far was the penalty and probably that coverage on the punt return. So
38, Venatilli is 1 out of 2 for no yards. Really haven't had to throw the ball because Ban has been running so much. They're going to switch up the running back, though, now, and we'll get our first look at Wyatt Snyder. They were pretty high on Wyatt for the camp he had. His first carry will get him about 3 yards to the 41.
Northern, second time of the game, coming out in 10 personnel. They're just kicking again. Norrell out from the H to a slot receiver, which is getting him to 4 wide, 1 back. No tight end, that's why we call it 10.
Big 99 made the stop, and they don't have 99 on the roster, so can't tell you his name, but he takes up a lot of space down there for Redford Thurston. Out of the gun.
Nice.
Run again, and it's going to be shut down. Snyder to the 40, and he's going to lose a yard.
Get a little better look over here when they're on our hash, and we can see what they're doing. Northern again, out of 20 personnel, run a little power game. Pulling the guard, pulling the H back.
Now it's 3rd and 8 here. I like the screen pass myself. We'll see what the Huskies like.
I can't believe there's not a coach on the sideline yelling screen or draw. Come on, it's early in the season.
Trips to the left here. Single receiver forward to the right. Oh, Northern move.
The 2 passes that Northern have thrown on 3rd and long, they've been both short passes to Norrell. So you haven't really seen Northern stretch the field, but I guess we're not paying attention enough to Thurston to see what coverage they're playing so they don't stretch the field on them.
I'll tell you what, Norrell was wide open there if they didn't take the penalty, and he might have had a big gain there. He might have had enough for a first down.
I mean, you got to like what Northern's doing. Unlike Thurston, they're taking what they're giving them. Look at us, man. It's almost like preseason for us still up here.
3rd and 13. They'll go 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Snyder is still the running back.
Watch the wheel here on the bottom.
Denny out of the gun. Uh-oh. There was an opening up the middle.
Ooh.
Pump fake and a throw incomplete intended for Snyder. But for Venatili, the couple of times that they've wanted him to throw, at least on 2 of them, he's had to throw the ball before he wanted to.
Yep. And again, they're just taking what they give. And that's what you want to do early on in the season. You don't want to force the issue. I mean, yeah, it's his second year playing quarterback, but he's a sophomore. You know, sophomores sometimes always come back to bite you. They're always it looks good, looks shiny on paper, but, you know, they still need time to mature. But again, I think Vinny's doing a good job, and he's not forcing the issue so far today. Just taking the throws that they're giving him.
They get a timeout called here. They say Thomas on to punt. Zero's not on my roster. I don't know if he's on yours.
Well, let's watch the punt on this. Let's watch the snap on this one. Maybe somebody over there talked to him on the sideline and said that snap took a whole lot of time to get back there last time they punted. Well, Dennis, how long do we wait till we talk about the Port Huron High Anchor Bay game?
Double overtime. That's a big win, too, for the Red Hawks to open up the season that way, go to the big house, and beat a team that's kind of handled you the last 2-3 years.
Oh, yeah. It's a great win for those guys.
Anchor Bay is actually a league opponent of Northern this year. They dropped from the red to the white. Northern moved up from the blue to the white.
Well, I'm guessing Northern's going to watch that film. That's going to be on one of their. All right, let's watch the snap on this. See if somebody talked to him.
Fourth and 13. Ooh, a high snap. Again, it took a long time, and
go after it.
Thomas just did get it out of there.
Stay away.
And that's going to roll out around the 40 of Thurston.
Yeah.
Cameron Jackson nearly got to that, Coach.
Yeah, it's just the timing with that snap. It looks like it's just way too much loft underneath that snap. And usually when you're going against a spread punt and your splits are good with your linemen, that outside guy, no matter how fast he is, usually cannot get to the timing to block that. But because the snap is so slow, that outside guy is going to get there, and then they better talk to that long snapper before he punts again.
7-0 Huskies, 3:08 to go here in the first quarter. Northern took advantage of a fumble and scored a few moments ago. Jones in at quarterback. They're going to bunch trips here.
Last time they ran bunch, they ran the ball. Nope.
Up the little bubble screen and overthrown. It's the first time they've tried to get the ball into the hands of Ethan Eccles, who you were told is a stud.
Yeah, I was told that he is a good receiver. He's their deep threat, but it's hard to throw a receiver screen to the boundary from the hash when you got 3. It kind of bunches everything up there. So
Jones with Johnson. Johnson had the fumble earlier, so let's see how much faith they have in him and how soon they go back to him. Jones looking to throw again, rolls out under pressure, throws complete out near midfield. A nice run there.
Just sprint outs to the trip side, nice easy throw. They take what was given to them. It's not the long one, but it's the open one. He catches the ball, turns and runs, and get positive yard for a first down. Very simple game. Just take what the defense gives you.
10-yard gain to midfield.
Unless you got some studs and you just want to go for it.
They're going to bunch those receivers again to the right. Jones out of the shotgun with Johnson behind him. Johnson's going to get a carry here, and the Huskies
Nope.
No, that was a great ball fake by Jones. He had me fooled, and he scampers down the far sideline, and I think he picked up close to another first down.
We got some lettuce on the field there, Dennis.
Got a flag. You could see it. The glare is killing me right now. It's right in my eyes.
I got one eye closed, so I hope I don't look really stupid on camera right now. Keeping one eye closed the whole time.
No, it looks like they're bringing it back. It's part of the way.
Probably holding or blocking in the back. Wow.
It's going to go all the way back to the 42, so instead of another first down, it's going to be 1st and 18.
So out of their little bunch series, we've seen 3 different plays out of it. We've seen that just a basic inside zone give. We've seen the wide receiver screen, and we've seen the quarterback keep it. So don't know if they're going to keep going back to that, but that might have been their best stuff so far, and the sprint out game. Maybe they're going to go sprint out here to the field.
It looked like Eccles was going to be the only receiver to this side, but now he is joined by 2 others, so it's trips to the left again.
Let's watch number 4 in the flats, see if they go to him again.
Jones
Screen.
has to hurry it up, and the screen pass is thrown over Johnson's head. And that's because, again, the Huskies were coming. They had about 4 guys in the backfield, and Jones hadn't even caught the shotgun snap yet. I'll bring up 2nd down and 18. Minute 46 left here in the first. It seems like this drive they've had the ball for an hour, but we've had a flag every other play.
Definitely their best drive of the game.
Again, they'll go trips to the left here with the single receiver to the right. Jones surveys the situation. Claps his hands and throws. Eccles on an overthrown here on the near sideline. So Jones has been a little wild, too. Eccles was open.
Yeah, I mean, it's they're, again, good job taking what they're giving you. He runs a nice little curl route, probably at about 12 yards back to 10 from the outside. But for any high school quarterback, unless you're really a stud, it's hard to throw the ball from the far hash to the other numbers, almost to the sideline. He was open, but, it's a tough throw for a lot of high school quarterbacks.
3rd and 18 now, so again, if the Northern defense can get a stop here, they've had a good first quarter. Again with 4 receivers. Johnson the only back, and Jones working out of the gun. And fakes, and is in trouble, and is sacked. Sacked back near the 35-yard line. He's going to lose about 6 yards on that play. And that's Northern's 2nd sack.
Wyatt Snyder looks like number 44 on the sack.
That's huge for the Huskies. I would grade the first quarter, at least for the Northern defense, as an A+. I don't really think they've made too many mistakes.
Has anything changed?
Lincoln back to receive the punt here. Standing near the 30. Oliver to kick it away. Gets it out of there quick. High kick. Lincoln's got it near the 31. Joey
Is that 22 again? 22
36.
Again.
Wow.
22's out there making plays on special teams for
That's
Thurston.
Brendan Kennedy Jr., and he kind of looked like a little bullet there.
Oh, yeah. He's my player of the game so far for Thurston, the gunner on the punt team.
He's been their definite bright spot. Their defense hasn't been terrible, but...
Yeah, they were backed up on that first one.
All right, Venatilli will go to work here. Hands it off to Ban, and Ban will twist to the 41.
If you're watching at home and you're wondering why 2 tackles were standing next to each other, that was a little unbalanced line right there. Tackle, tight end on the other side. He is eligible. See if they go to unbalance again or they're just normal.
It's going to be 2nd and 9. I think the Huskies could run the clock out if they wanted to. Looks like they're going to at least line up to run a play. 13 seconds to go in the quarter.
this one's going to the second quarter.
They're going to let it run out.
And we'll bring up
So at the end of one, it's 7-0 Huskies. They had a good first quarter there. Coach, they took advantage of the turnover on offense, moved the ball a little bit, but their defense has just been spectacular in that first quarter.
I guess, you always got to lean on what you're good at, and we know that, the head coach is, he's been the defensive coordinator here for how long?
15 years at least.
So, you're always going to be a defensively strong team at Port Huron Northern. That being the background of the head coach where he can put a little bit more time in by himself. But, again, Northern's offense hasn't been bad. They've, again, I'm going with that same statement. They've taken what they were given. They haven't forced the issue. They've ran some inside zone, some split zone, some power. Throwing the ball to Seven. Seven looks like he's been their number one target. They haven't tried Lincoln or Messiah Drake on the outside yet, or Burdich. Brock Burdich, BB, all about business. How quick do those nicknames come to us?
They ran 13 plays in the first quarter, and 10 of them were runs. That's Northern football.
Yeah.
They'll come out on offense looking at a 2nd and 9 from their own 36. Start the second quarter.
Yeah, they're going to run, we're going to see Northern anytime they go 4 wide. That slot receiver is always going to be their big tight end or H-back, 88 now.
And Vinny out of the gun. He's looking to throw a little bubble screen. Oh, and through the hands of Joey Lincoln. Now, I think Joey's saying the sun was in my eyes, and I can believe him being where I'm at.
Yeah, the sun's in my eyes, too. And, on that receiver screen, he's probably got to get a little bit more depth, and he rushed it because that ball is going to be coming out. It's going to be getting your face a lot quicker. So when you do those receiver, we call them jailbreak or whatever you want to call it, you want to take your time, as you're setting it up. He looked like he rushed that a little bit.
So 3rd and 9 here. I think you might be able to fool Thurston here, Coach, with the draw play.
I would run the ball. I mean, again, if you're playing conservative, don't force the issue. Maybe, again, inside zone or trap.
Looking to throw over the middle. Oh, they've got a man out there, but it's underthrown and intercepted at the 45 of Thurston by number 15. That's Dominic Brantley.
This is why I'm just a conservative coach like that, Dennis, because, again, I don't know if your offense right now in week 1 is built to get a 3rd and 9. Your defense has been playing good. You take a shot, probably not the throw that you should have made. They were playing in soft coverage, and now you're going to give Thurston probably their best field position of the game. Sometimes you just want to make it boring. Fans might not like it, but the coaching staff and the defensive staff does.
Thurston hasn't had much offense today. They've had almost nothing on the ground. With the 2 sacks, they're almost in negative yardage.
Here we go. Here's a new look for Thurston. There are 2 backs now. First time you saw 2 backs in the backfield.
They're going to go to either side of the quarterback. Jones works out of the gun. Now Johnson going to empty out of the backfield. They're going to run the ball and trying to squirm forward for a couple of yards is Andre Johnson.
So they did a little window dressing there, trying to get the back out of the backfield in motion. And then run away from them. Nothing special with the 2 back. I'm going to give you a new word to use when you see that. We call that side cart.
Side cart?
When you got 2 running backs next to the quarterback in the gun, but it's called that side cart.
So from the 46 here, it'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, we're back in side cart. 20 personnel.
Do I have to wear the little helmet with the spike on top? Again, they're going to empty Andre Johnson out of the field. Jones throws. It's caught for a short gain of just about 3 yards there.
So they try to, good job by the Northern outside backer. So they ran the same formation. Again, emptied the back out motion-wise. And so when they throw that back out of the flat in the motion, they want that outside backer to run to it. So they open up that curl window, but he did a good job staying in his curl, not chasing that flat route.
Now it's still going to be 3rd and long here. 3rd, and we'll call it 6. And again, the Huskies can get a stop here. Thurston strong. Oh, they ran the ball. I'm a little surprised there, but it's a good play because it's going to get them in a position where they can go for it now if they want to.
Oh, that might be a first down, Dennis.
That was Johnson on the run.
Yep.
And it's going to depend on the spot, and they're going to give it to him.
Oh, sidecar might beat their new formation here today. That was a nice power block. So, again, it's 20 personnel. Instead of having an H-back, you got them back there by the quarterback.
Hurrying it up a little bit. Bit of a high snap. Throw over the middle is broken up. Defended well there. But Cooper Hill got a hand on it. And your boy Brock Burdich was there too.
Oh, yeah. Brock Burdich, all about the business, baby. You know, and that's what I don't get about Thurston. It's like you've been doing good. Like, why all of a sudden did you have to hurry it up there and then do something sloppy? Not only did you do something sloppy, but you messed me up because I'm not supposed to be talking while they walk up to the line of scrimmage.
But Eccles out wide to the left. They haven't taken a deep shot, but then today they really haven't had time to. There isn't time to set up for a deep throw. Jones again working, his coach would say, side cart. Going to give it to Johnson, and Jeremiah Johnson to the Northern 44. Got about a yard.
See, but, you know, I know that's not much, but at least the play looks clean. Like, run plays that you can run clean. Even if you're not going to get a lot of yards out of them, don't just do something that you're just not used to doing just to do. I guess just being a defensive guy, offensive coordinator drive me crazy.
3rd and 9 from the Husky 44. Jones out of the gun, taking his time here. And a play action, throw over the middle, picked off. Intercepted by Joey Lincoln.
Northern is just baiting them into throwing the ball. Northern's just playing cover zero, really. Cover zero there, so they're playing man with no help, but they're playing like how they usually do, about 8 to 10 yards off the receiver, and they're, you know, they have their mans because everybody's covered for, but they are just suckering them in to throw the ball, and Thurston fell for it, and they got the ball picked.
So 2 turnovers now for Redford Thurston here in the first half, and that eliminates the turnover that the Huskies had. Northern will go back to work here. 3 receiver look. Ban is the back. He's going to get the carry. First time that he's really tried to bounce it outside, and there just wasn't much there.
Number 5, Jordan Ban on the carry.
They've been doing most of their running right up the gut. That time he tried to bounce it outside.
Yeah, and I think that's what they want to do, is keep that inside zone going. That's inside zone, split zone, little trap.
Is that just a setup then?
No.
Outside?
You want no. Keep
or
running.
He just did that on his own.
Nobody. Yeah, I think he did that on his own because the guy that pulled got knocked back into him.
And still the back. Jordan to the right of the line, and this is going to be the first run for Vinny. And they just never opened up a hole for him to run through.
You know, but it was a designed quarterback run, so it's going to be quarterback power coming back. You know, when you see the H and the guard pulling, or the guard and the tackle, whoever the uncovered offensive lineman is, but that's like what I like to see. Like, get the quarterback involved, design some quarterback run from him. Don't just let him scramble. You know, get him into the game plan a little bit.
So 4th and 11 here, or 3rd and 11, excuse me. Week 1 for me too.
Screen.
A screen pass. I like this play. Here's Ban out to the 38. There was a little room there when that play started, but it closed up quickly.
No, it was a nice design play. Ban's been the workhorse so far, huh, today?
Yeah, absolutely. He got about 3 yards there.
All right, let's get the stopwatch out. Let's time that long snap. Right now I'm licking my chops and coming off that edge.
Well, Thurston needs to play like that because they're not having any luck moving the football offensively.
Okay, let's watch.
Now we're going to get a flag here.
Uh-oh, that's going to push him back even more. You got to sell out here. Watch number 3 and number 6 come off that far edge.
I think this might be, nope, this is against Huskies. He was pointing at a Thurston player, but they moved the ball back to the 33, so it is against Northern.
I'm not a block punt guy because I don't want to have to look my head coach and the defensive coordinator in the eye when I get a roughing the punter. But if you're going to go for it, you got to go all in, Dennis. It's either roughing the punter or a block. 3 or so. Here comes 3. Nope, got him that time.
Thomas kind of got that one off the side of his foot, and it's out of bounds near midfield.
I think the pressure's bothering him a little bit. They did a better job. The Shield did a better job of chipping him away on that one. Snap was a little bit quicker.
I'm going to say the ball went out at the 50.
You know, did you hear that? I guess I just heard that the other day because I'm a big punt team guy. That's the first thing we always work on day one of camp. And Bill Belichick never put a rookie ever in his career on the punt team when he was coaching.
If you get a kick return or if you get a block, it's a big deal. It can be a big momentum swing.
Look at that fat coming out. I didn't even write that down.
Well, they got another quarterback here, and they're going to snap to him, and this is Jakari Williams, who started the game. And Williams is going to get about 4 yards on that carry.
Lettuce again on the field, probably going to be holding. So if you have the good view that we have here, you really would call that formation empty because that running back was about 3 steps ahead of the quarterback. All he was doing is trying to get a head start to get to that edge and try to hook that edge defender.
That holding call is going to bring the ball back to the 40 and make it 2nd and 20 or 1st and 20. So they go from making 4 yards to losing 10.
Let's watch the depth of the back on this one again. Number 8. Nope, he's normally where he's not 3 steps ahead of the quarterback.
0, who I wish we could give you a name for him because he's been the guy that's caught 2 passes tonight. They're going to throw to the back, coming out of the backfield. This is Johnson. Andre Johnson gets the penalty yards back, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Did you see the glare coming off the? What's that? What's that stuff that's flying in the air right now that comes off the flowers?
The pollen?
The pollen. The way the sun hit the pollen, I thought it was a flag. I thought it was a yellow flag.
It's actually a nice play, but now it brings up 2nd down and 10 because of that holding penalty. 2 receivers to either side. Andre Johnson goes out of the backfield. The snap was low enough that when Williams picked up the ball, he was already down. They're going to lose 5 on the snap.
At the 45-yard line, we'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Eagles.
Now it's going to be 3rd and about 15. You got to get to the Northern 40 for a 1st down. I think that's a tall task. Jones didn't look like he was ready for that snap. He's going to throw it complete. That's his man, 0, and he's going to pick up a 1st down. He made a nice little spin move after the catch.
Here comes the Port Huron Memorial Stadium wall in the play again, so it looks like there was a flag thrown. You got to lay off when that guy's getting close to that wall because a lot of refs that don't ref games here, they think it's a late hit just because that wall's so close.
That's a 20-yard pickup plus the penalty. So the catch and the penalty turns into about a 40-yard play, and they've got a 1st down at the 20. Obviously, this is the deepest they've been in Huskies territory all night. Going to try and run the ball and get nothing. Andre Johnson on the carry will get nothing and like it.
Williams is handed off to number 8, Andre Johnson, tackled immediately by number 84.
So second
Mason
and
Crackle.
10.
Will bring up second
Sometimes I
down.
think it gets harder to score the closer you get.
Oh, yeah, you run out of space. The defense gets tighter. There we go.
Oliver is in a slot over to the right. We got Eccles wide left. Andre Johnson is the back. We'll put 0 in motion. Jones looking to throw, throws over the middle. Complete. Fans are screaming for a flag, but I don't think they're going to get one.
It's questionable, but it didn't disrupt that at all. Man,
It was another dangerous throw, though. I mean, they were asking more likely for trouble than for something good to happen.
You're going to try to set up a slant. You don't run it to the boundary. You just run out of space. You can't throw the ball. You don't get enough space. You throw the slant down here to the wide side of the field.
Williams in at quarterback. Now they've got Jeremiah Johnson in the backfield. They go back to the 4 receiver look with trips to the right side. Johnson was going to empty out of the backfield. Northern's going to take a timeout first. 4:32 to go in the half. Huskies, it feels like they've been dominating the football game, but
One-score game.
Thurston is only down 7 and with the ball at the 20-yard line.
And they're going for it, too, on fourth down.
They have to, unless they've got an incredible kicker.
I mean, I think Northern's looked at what they wanted to do. I mean, they're playing cover 0. You could tell right there their safety that's playing right behind the linebackers. That's what Lincoln used to do last year. When that back came out of that backfield, he had to follow with them. So, they're putting a lot on their pass rush and their secondary right now to stop this Thurston offense.
2 sacks for the Huskies. They also have forced 2 turnovers in this game. And Thurston hasn't helped themselves.
No.
They've been pretty sloppy here in the first half of week 1. It's a big 3rd down and 10, but as you say, I think they're going for it.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, you don't have to be greedy here. You can run a play to get you enough to make it makeable.
Probably you run the ball here, see what you get to get it a little closer.
Williams out of the gun. Oh, Northern moved, or were they drawn off? Yep, they moved. That's going to help Thurston's cause. That'll put it to the 15 and make it 3rd and 5. Now you can definitely run the ball. Williams is going to come out, though, and is going to be in that quarterback now.
Oh, he's still in there.
Oh, no, now he's coming back. He must have just been going over to get the play. I thought he was coming out because I think that's a dead giveaway. Usually when they throw the ball, Jones is in there.
I don't know if it's too much of a difference tonight.
Williams out of the gun with Jeremiah Johnson as the back and 4 receivers. And Williams wants to run with it. He's got a little room on the outside. Did they get him before he got to the 10? The 10's the first down. And they're going to put him out at about the 12, a couple yards short.
Winnable. Again, really questioning what they're doing here, trying to run quarterback stretch to the boundary, to the 1 receiver side. Tough play to get.
So it's going to be 4th down and about 2 or 3 yards. I'll say 2 and the board will put 3 up. I'll say 3 and the board will put 2 up.
Maybe you take your chance here.
It's a long 2, it looks like, from here.
Maybe a little play action throw out to the flats. They have been able to throw the ball to the flats against Northern, but again, let's see how Northern's secondary lines up. Are they going to give them a big cushion? Northern taking a timeout. Oh, Eagles want
Eagles
another
will take the timeout. So they have 1 remaining, and the Huskies still have 2 because the Huskies are going to get the ball back here.
Plenty of time.
Yep, plenty of time.
But don't want to force the issue because we saw what happened on that 3rd down. Turn the ball over.
This is big for Thurston, though, because they get the ball first to start the second half.
Yeah, I would. I mean, got to be thinking Northern's thinking run here. I'd do something really quick, play action. Look at what kind of depth the Northern defensive backs are playing at. little play action, maybe try to slip a slant or a quick out.
I don't know. I think the Eagles are helping you if they throw the ball here.
Short throw, though. I think Northern's selling out on the run right here. Inside run, I think they're selling out.
We'll see. It looks like Andre Johnson's going to be the back with Williams at quarterback. Williams, oh, no, he's just wiping his hands off. He all of a sudden went down there, and I got nervous for him.
All right, so they're 20 personnel. Is he just going to take the ball and try to run?
Keep an eye on 0. He's in the slot.
Okay, Northern secondary is a little tighter, so they're taking away the quick pass.
And they are going to run. Johnson up the middle, and I think the Huskies stopped him.
Depending on the spot here. If he would have just broke that tackle. It was a nice hole. The hole was there.
I think he got stopped at the 11, and he did. Andre Johnson got a yard, but he needed 2. I told you it was a long 2, Coach.
Yeah. You know, there was a nice play. The hole was there. You just can't go down on first contact on 4th and 2. You gotta break that first tackle.
But how about that Northern defense? They were tested that time, and they come through big again.
Now, you know what? You did mention about how many timeouts they had, but the ball is on their own 10. Don't force the issue.
You got to run here, and worst case scenario, you have the lead at halftime. 4:18 to go, plenty of time. Flag on the play here.
It's going to be motion.
That was Ban. Ban's been the busiest guy here, 9 carries plus a reception.
But wouldn't it just be Memorial Stadium, and we haven't seen any firepower, and then right before the end of the half, they throw a 90-yard bomb for a touchdown? I mean, I think you get up 2 scores. I mean, the game might be over.
The way it's going, and then just kind of the feel of it.
Yeah. 2 scores might be the game here. I'm calling it right now. Got to do it on 2nd down. They know it's coming on 3rd or 1st. Got to do it now. Take your shot.
2nd down, or 1st down and 15, Huskies.
Number 1, right down the middle, Burdage.
Hand it off to Ban, and Ban is pushing and jiving and weaving across the 10, and he's out to about the 13 or 14-yard line.
All right, here comes Miracle on 24th Street, 2nd and long, biggest play of the game.
Second down, we'll call it 9 after a gain of 6 for Ban on that last run. 3:44 to go here in the half. Huskies are not in any big rush right now. If they get a 1st down, that might change.
Where's the marker? 25.
And he out of the gun. Hands it off, though, to Ban. Ban looking for some room up the middle again. Is out to about the 16-yard line. They bring up 3rd down and, I don't know, about 5 or 6 here.
They still have one timeout left here. They get this stop. I call the timeout, and then I go after that punt. I sell out, Dennis, because even if you run into the punter and they get a 1st down, it's not like they're going to score before the half. Here we go. You get
3rd
this
and long here from the 16. We'll call it 3rd and
6.
They got 8 on the board. Got to get to the 25, so do the quick math there. That's about 9 yards.
Quarterback draw.
Quarterback draw. Vinny's going to keep. Vinny makes a move and was working hard there to get a couple of yards.
Oh, it was short of the 25. It was probably the 24. That's big right there.
Got the 1st down.
Yeah.
And that was the second effort, I think, that got him the 1st down.
That was big. That's going to save them from having to punt in their own end.
Plus, too, after that 1st down, I think there's no way Thurston's getting the ball back this half.
No, and Northern will probably run the clock down a little bit and then maybe take a couple shots before the end of half. I don't see them throwing the ball here again. What? They're in 10 personnel, even, 2-by-2.
Darrell Jordan is in a slot to the left. And he's just 2 out of 6 for 3 yards. Going to give it to Ban again. Jordan started outside, cut back inside, and gets close to the 30.
Well, Thurston's kind of suckering them into throwing the ball, too, because they're playing cover 1 with their free safety at about 8 yards. So they're putting a lot of hope in those slot corners to cover those inside receivers for Northern. They're definitely not playing prevent.
Second down now and 4. Minute 14 to go in the half. They're still at their own 29-yard line, so they're not really worried about scoring here. They're just worrying about possessing the ball and running out the clock. Hand off Ben rather. Ben broke a tackle and looked like he had a little bit of room, but only ended up getting 1 yard.
Yeah, I think Thurston got smart there and loosened up a little bit. They kind of dropped their other outside backer to a safety depth and said, hey, let's not give up the big play.
I've got a feeling this is going to be the final play of the half. I think whatever Northern does here, they're just going to let the clock run out unless they get a huge play.
Taking a shot? What's your call?
I think you just run the football. See what Northern's thinking. Why risk anything here that could go catastrophic in the other direction?
I mean, they're still only playing 1 safety. Nope.
They're going to run. Jordan Band looking for a hole. And nothing there. A yard, and that's going to be the final play of the half, I think. Nope. Timeout, Thurston. Well, this is interesting. They're hoping to get a return or something here.
Block the punt. It would have been a lot nicer if they would have done that on the last third down, but can Northern? No, they can't just take a knee because it'll stop right away.
Well, if he can hold it long enough, it looked like they were putting time up on the clock.
So
I don't know what they're doing with the clock now.
Yeah, so
now they've got it to 6 seconds, I guess.
Us being hockey guys, usually the goalie's parents are the most stressed out on the team. The long snapper's parents are usually the most stressed out on the football team. Just so you know, just so the listeners out know
the way
that.
They've been going tonight, the snap tonight is going to take half the clock.
Parents out there, I know a lot of people tell you long snapper's the way to make it to the NFL real quick.
Well, the Huskies have the offense on the field here.
Yeah, they're not trying to take it. He's going to run around. Oh, I don't know.
Well, the board says it's third down.
He's going to take a shot.
Dan's looking to throw. Firing deep down the field and incomplete.
Oh, there's still time on the clock.
There's 0.2 of a second. And in a home game, the coach is mad at who's ever keeping the clock.
Yeah, now they got to snap the punt.
Now you can take a knee, though. 0.2 of a second. It's going to take the snap longer to get to the punter.
They had a conference with the clock keeper and said that was half.
Okay, so at halftime, it is 7-0 Northern. They scored after a turnover, gave them the ball at the 12-yard line, and Jordan Band scored on a 6-yard run with 6:24 to go in that first half. Jordan Band was very, very busy in the first half. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 carries for 41 yards plus a catch for 3 yards. Northern didn't try to throw a whole lot. They kept the ball mainly on the ground. There really wasn't anything good for Thurston except number 0 had 3 catches for 33 yards. And here at the half, I think I'll go down and see if a parent knows who he is so that we can give you a name in the second half because there is no 0 on my roster. There's a lot of names that don't have numbers.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Jordan Band. I mean, Northern, again, all teams, not just Northern. It's going to be week 1. You know, it's still almost like preseason for high school, and you know they're not making mistakes. I mean, they made the one turnover, the interception on the third down that he threw it up, but other than that, you know, playing a Northern football, relying on your defense.
Northern leads at 7-0 here at the break. The Huskies marching band is coming out onto the field, so you enjoy that while we go and do announcer things.
And always making our sound transform the world of entertainment forever. Tonight, our band brings that energy and emotion to the field, celebrating the music, the movement, and the magic of an artist who became band brings their energy and emotion to the field, celebrating the music, the movement, and the magic of the artist who became a global icon. So get ready to feel the rhythm, witness the movement, and experience the music as we celebrate the one and only Michael Jackson. Drum majors Ava Eastman, Kurt Cassidy, and Kim Tatro. Is your band ready?
Come on, Thurston. Let's take a family picture. We can put on our page. Maybe we encourage people.
Our first song medley takes us back to 11-year-old Michael Jackson performing alongside his brothers, Jackie, Jermaine, Marlon, Randy, and of course, Tito. The song features an infectious groove and one of the most famous driving bass lines in all pop music. The second song proved that the Jackson 5 was anything for a one-hit wonder. So come on, let us show you what it's all about as we feature two of the Jackson 5's biggest hits, I Want You Back and ABC. Our second song this evening features our trumpet section, along with a special guest appearance by our clarinet section leaders, Claire Barnes, Avery Cavallotti, and Skylar Fleming. This song was the B-side of the Jackson 5's breakout single, I Want You Back. You don't know what that means, kids. Ask your parents, or maybe your grandparents. This song showcased the incredible vocal range of an 11-year-old Michael Jackson. Originally recorded by Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, here is the Jackson 5's soulful rendition of Who's Loving You. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your Huron Northern Marching Band. Tonight, we'd like to take a moment to recognize and thank the incredible people who make our program possible. A special thank you to the Portland Area School Board and administration, along with our Husky administration, for being outstanding advocates for the Northern Band program. We would also like to thank the following: the Portapillo family for sponsoring the baseball hats we are wearing in the stands. Metal Lodge and Valerie Heron for the donation of over 150 water bottles to help keep our students hydrated at band camp. Finally, we are deeply grateful to our dedicated Portland Northern Band booster officers, Kenny Conisaro, Jody Catalanati, Timmy Culloch, Tony Dunsmore, and Michelle Tatro, as well as all of our volunteers who take a good time and energy.
That's my question. I'm like, look, I saw if it's on there, they had but I also want to know why they call them big no baby. I want to know why they had to sell out.
Okay, Thurston! Set the Hey, y'all gonna fuck around and find out. I need open and quick. See? Open and quick.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Dennis Stuckey and Dave Taddy for the Port Huron Area School District and Thumb Coast TV. Tats, they must be listening because who's out on the field at halftime practicing? The long snapper.
They were listening.
Yeah, they're getting a couple of snaps in with him. Here's the most interesting stat, and I was actually very surprised about it when I told you. Northern had 47 yards of offense. 44 of it came on the ground. They had 49 yards for Thurston because of basically one pass play that went for 20 yards.
And plus the penalty.
Plus the penalty. So they ended up with 33 yards through the air and 49. So they actually had 2 more yards of offense than Northern in that first half. And that caught me off guard because the way that first half was played and the way it felt like Northern's crushing these guys, but it's a 7-0 ball game.
Well, the difference was Thurston fumbled the ball inside their 15-yard line. The one turnover Northern have was at midfield, so their turnover didn't hurt them as much as Thurston's did, and that was basically the difference of the first half.
Yeah, we had each team throw an interception, but the fumble is the play that stands out because Northern then capitalized on that for the only score of the game. Jordan Ban was very busy, Coach. 14 carries, 41 yards, plus he caught a pass out of the backfield for 3 yards. Snyder saw a little bit of action in there. They tried a couple of runs with Ben and Tilly, and they tried to throw the ball to Norrell Jordan a couple of times, but both plays were rushed.
I mean, as a coach, you're looking at, at that halftime, it's what kind of adjustments can we make? I mean, again, heard a lot about these 2 ninth graders that Northern has on their team. Makari Moreland, who's their backup quarterback, but I'm sure he plays other positions, and their number 3 running back, Jonah Young, who's also a 9th grader. I mean, do you do something crazy like that week 1 in the season just to try to interject some life into your offense? But again, this is how Northern plays. They don't make mistakes, and they rely on their defense.
And that's a good way to play. And they have to get this win here in week 1 because they're going to Romeo next week, and Romeo won 8 games last year, and they might be an even better team this year. Plus, in that environment, that's a tough place to go and play. They've got the
barbecue going before the game.
Barbecue going. They've got the turf instead of the grass, and it's big. It's in an area that's big and spaced out, and so it makes it feel like you're in bigger. Memorial Stadium is cozy. The people are right on top of you. At Romeo, the cheers probably sound like echoes from far away.
And I just following a little bit on social media, with the rankings throughout the state, and I know they had Romeo ranked anywhere from, out of all divisions, top 15 to 20, and usually you don't argue preseason rankings when you're that high, but there was a lot of Romeo fans arguing that they should have been ranked higher.
Wow.
So, it's looking like they're going to be probably the kings of the MAC Red this year. So
the Huskies, you're going to keep kind of the same attitude. Play safe, don't make mistakes, don't force it. Take what you're given. If you're Thurston, at what point do you try to open this thing up? Or you just play along because you're still in striking? I
just don't think you have the personnel to do that. I mean, I don't think they can throw the ball very well. Maybe the quarterback we were looking for is hurt and he's not out there. And they're, when they, what did they say? When you got 2 quarterbacks, that means you don't have one of them. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they got to go back to look to see what that drive that they had, short passes, quick runs, try not, every time they ran to the edge, There was a holding penalty. Yeah, they were positive plays, but, you put your offensive lineman in a hard predicament right there, and the ref's looking right at that spot when you run outside. You can do a lot of more holding inside, so maybe just stick to what they did during that drive. Throw the ball to the flats to number 0. We still don't have his name, but, I don't think they do anything different,
I tried. None of the parents knew who he was. But he had 3 catches for 33 yards. He was their offense in the first half. Hey, there's a lot of other games going on tonight, and I looked around for some scores and didn't see anything posted yet. But earlier today, PH did open the season with a very exciting double overtime win over Anchor Bay, 28-21. The Red Hawks, you were saying they had a long drive at the end of regulation and scored the game-tying touchdown.
Nope,
with 48 seconds.
They had an impressive drive. This was in the second quarter. I think they went 89 yards to tie the game 7-7. But then they later on in the game tied the score 14-14 with 48 seconds left, and I think it was 3rd and 10 from the 12. And what did you say? Cody had the tying big catch that we tried to look at, but the video wasn't too good. But it wasn't an easy catch. And then I think Jax had both touchdowns in the overtime. And Anchor Bay had actually scored first.
Yeah.
And then
they were up 21-14
in the first overtime.
So.
And you had texted me, PH is going to score and go for two. Dan Perkins played it pretty conservative, went for 1, tied it up, and then like most fans know, you get they flip possessions. So maybe that helped Port Huron to where they had the momentum going. They score again, so they go up 28-1, and then Port Huron's defense stopped them. Devontae Reed made a play right on the goal line and broke up the pass, and PH starts 1-0 on the season.
That's a big win for the Red Hawks, and they've got Marysville next week, a game that I hope you can join me for.
I didn't break it to you. I'm going to see my buddies in West Virginia. I'm heading to the Holler.
You're going to miss a PH Marysville game. Shame on you.
Because it's my Marine Corps buddies, and one of them's turning 50 years old. So we're going to party down in the Holler in West Virginia.
There you go.
But I will be back after that weekend.
Okay. Let's go to Romeo next week. PH is here against Marysville. That'll be our game. And Thomas will kick it off to start the second half here. And again, they're just not respecting him at all. They're standing up above the 20 for this kick. The Huskies did kick it short one time. They're going to kick it short again. This one bounces, though. That's loose.
You got to make that play.
Ooh, they had a chance, and the return will be gobbled up and stopped at the 30, but it might have been a horse collar or a face mask.
Well, I mean, again, Landon's made 2 great pooch kicks. The guy should have fair caught that just like he did last time. He lets the ball hit the ground, which you never do on the kick return.
Actually, once it hit the ground, I thought Northern was going to get to it.
Well, he had a good spin on it that it doesn't even go out of bounds. It goes the other way, and the Northern, the cover guy, instead of falling on the ball, it looks like he tried to pick up and run it, and I don't even think you can advance that if you pick it up.
They're bringing this back. I thought for sure it was against the Huskies for something on the tackle, but it's actually a hold against Thurston. It's going to push them all the way back to their own 15-yard line. So not the way they wanted to start the second half. More kind of sloppiness. From the 15. Now they're going under center, it looks like. Jones, the quarterback, is under center. Johnson, the deep back. And they're going to give him a head start, run him up the middle, and then he's going to be slammed into. I think Snyder made the initial hit for the Huskies.
Uh-oh, this is what we might see. That wasn't probably one of their best plays they had.
About a 4-yard gain.
When you go under center, that running back gets a little bit more build-up speed when they get that handoff than being in the gun.
So 2nd and 6. Jeremiah Johnson, who just ran the ball, comes out of the ball game. See who's back there. Andre Johnson is back there this time. See if Jones goes back under center.
Yep. Same formation, 20 personnel. They're pinching down the 2 receivers.
They're a lot tighter to the line here.
Yep.
Jones going to pitch it this time. Andre Johnson to the outside, has a little bit of room. 25, 30, he broke through. 40, 50, 40, tripped up and down at the 23-yard line. I don't know who got him at the ankle, but
Christian
tell you
Dorr.
what, that was a touchdown saving tackle there.
Christian Dorris with that saving tackle right there. So it's easy because you're watching at home. So what they're doing is they're going 20 personnel under center. So when 20, again, you have that H-back, but they're squeezing their twin receivers down to the H-back, and it's almost looking like a really tight bunch right there. And they just out-leveraged Northern on that edge. So again, they're going to it again. You got the H-back number 4, and you got the 2 receivers pinched down here.
That was a 58-yard run by Andre Johnson. Jeremiah Johnson's the back now. He's going to get the handoff, and Snyder's going to wrap him up and stop him before he got to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so it's almost looking like kind of an unbalanced set just because you have the H-back and the 2 receivers so close to each other. So sometimes you almost got to slide your front or slant your front to that. Well, you could call it unbalanced, but it's just a bunch of receivers there, but there's still bodies getting in the way to block. But, I mean, I guess a great change up here by Thurston coming out at the half.
They definitely did their homework at halftime. This is night and day to the way they moved the football in the first half.
Still pinched, but not as much.
Now, are we calling number 4, Oliver, are we calling him a back? Or
yeah, he's an H-back. So we would put them, we would call this 20 personnel.
Almost an offset eye. Rollout here by Jones. He's going to throw on the run. Ooh,
that's our guy.
0 with the catch inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal. Thurston at about the 7-yard line.
Nice little boot action. So, again, you see the H-back on that play who looks like it's split zone, but instead of split zone, meaning instead of blocking and chipping that defensive end, he slips out to the flat. I thought the quarterback should have took the easy throw first. He kind of waited a little longer than hit. We called that a flood route. So instead of hitting the 5-yard route, he hit the 10-yard route on the boot.
So 1st and goal from the 7. Thurston trying to get this thing tied up. They've got Andre Johnson in the backfield this time. Jones under center. He's 4 out of 10 for 50 yards, all to number 0. And this is Johnson trying to break tackles, and they're finally going to blow the whistle. And they might have given him the 5-yard line, so about a 2-yard gain.
Just a different looking team. I mean, this looks so much better. I mean, those good looking backs are getting downhill full speed, churning those legs. I mean, just a totally different look, and I don't know why they didn't do. Maybe they were saving this for the second half.
I don't know why you would save it. You got a chance to do good things. I'd do them right off the bat, but what they decided at halftime at least has worked on this opening drive so far.
Oh, back to the
5,
game.
Andre Johnson, the back. Now they're going back to the shotgun.
So it's the same formation. We're 20 personnel with
Why
the
would you
pinch.
change it, though, when it's working?
Wanted to
Almost
throw.
a high snap. Quick throw to Eccles and a short gain. He's inside the 5, though, to about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just because he can't get. I mean, you don't. It's easy to hand the ball out when you're going under center, but to get a drop and then throw a screen, so yeah, it could be a telltale. But Northern hasn't seen it yet. So, but now the defensive staff's probably going in there in that same formation, and he goes gun. It's probably going to be a pass.
That's the first time Ethan Eccles has actually touched the ball. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 3. And I'm sure this is 4-down territory. Now they've got Williams under center. And a whistle before the snap.
Oh, timeout.
Huskies.
Looked like they had him, too. They were just going to go quarterback sneak there and go behind their big offensive line. It might have looked like he would have got in. I mean, from the 3-yard line's a long time, a lot of distance for a quarterback sneak, but it looked good. Good timeout by Northern's defensive staff.
Well, they might have just caught, too, that it wasn't Jones under center, that it was Williams, who's probably the better runner of the 2.
Yeah. I mean, both 7 and 2. I mean, they're good-looking guys. They're big guys. Well, that's how you flip the momentum in a game right there.
Well, if Northern gets a stop here, the defense is getting the game ball tonight.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're Thurston, you're going, okay, that was our first changeup. I mean, you got to have at least changeup number 2, changeup number 3, and if they can do that, you know, to keep the Northern defense off balance, they're going to be all right.
Now they're going to put Williams in the shotgun, and this might just be to give him a little more of a head start if he's running the football here.
Yeah, let's look at the depth of the back here. So 10's pretty deep. They were cheating them up.
And they're giving Jeremiah Johnson the ball. He's close. Pile up at the goal line. No signal yet. And it looks like they're going to put him at about the 1-yard line.
So if you're Thurston right now, do you take a timeout? Just get everybody under control, get the personnel, the quarterback you want in, go quarterback sneak from under center and tie the ball game up? Well, I spoke too soon.
Williams is staying in at quarterback, though, and they put Andre Johnson, who I think has been the better of the backs, mostly because of the one run. But
let's look at the depth of the back. It's going to be a little tush push. Eight's pretty tight there.
4th and goal from the 1. Thurston trying to get on the board here. Do a little motion. Williams keeps. Williams straight ahead, and I think he got in. Thurston thinks he got in, and that's confirmed.
Man, pretty.
Jakari Williams from a yard out.
Pretty risky by. I know you, at home you're thinking, it was just a quarterback sneak, but you send 2 guys in pretty quick motion. I know you're just window dressing the play, but that was almost 2 players in motion at the same time because you have to be set for a second before the next guy goes in motion.
Well, you know, and the thing is Northern initially had him stopped. He just had the second push, and he's just too close to the goal line at that point. So now it looks like they'll go for 2. So keep this in mind. They just might not have a kicker.
Back under center, 20 personnel.
They're going I formation this time. Receiver to either side. And they give it to the up man, Oliver. We had whistles, though.
It's good to see the old fullback back in the game. So number 4.
He got the ball and he scored easy, but they get called for procedure there.
It's so funny now. Nobody plays with the fullback. They play with the H. I mean, that's what number 4 has been playing. They finally give him a little love, put him in the backfield, give him the ball, and penalty.
Somebody move.
Now it's going to be a little bit more difficult. He did walk in pretty easy. Maybe you just go back to the same play.
Got to go from 8 yards out now instead of 3.
The boot looked good last time.
They wouldn't throw the ball here, would they?
Is it going to be the boot pass that they did out of this? Does it go under center?
Andre Johnson the back. 2 receivers to the right. That's Eccles to the left. Williams out of the gun.
Tight split by. Eccles in motion.
Jet sweep Eccles. No.
Nice
play.
play.
Fake. Throw. Got him. And he caught it.
That is a nice play right there.
Oliver makes the catch.
You can't fall asleep on the H-back. We haven't seen the H-back go out to the side he's been at. They've been slipping him out the backside. So they do a designed jet fake to get everybody looking at number 1. Quarterback holds the ball. Number 4, the H-back pauses. It's almost like a delayed tight end screen back to the corner of the end zone. Nice design play by Thurston.
And that is debonair. Oliver looking pretty debonair there.
We like to say you better have long eyes on that guy.
And how about that? Thurston chews up half a quarter, and they have their first lead of the night at 8-7.
Oh, man, we're getting home early today, Dennis.
5:42 to go in the third. Well, the Huskies offense has been on that sideline for a while.
Well, special teams set the tone here. Let's get a big return, Huskies. Number 4 just got the touchdown. He's kicking now.
Yep, Oliver to kick off. And you've got Lincoln and Drake back deep. And we got a flag on the play.
Usually a little early.
Flag on the play.
Everybody excited after that touchdown. Getting to the line a little early.
Be offside, kick off.
Thurston.
Losing my mind.
Can't cross that line before the ball's kicked. I always tell my kids it's better to be offsides than be late.
I guess, yeah, there is that.
Takes a lot for
If you do it every time, they're not going to call it every time.
Exactly. It takes a lot for the ref to call the play back and reset up a kickoff. Always play the odds. What movie is that from? Don't tell me about the odds. Oh, hold on. What movie is that from?
Well, you're the expert on this stuff.
I know I am a movie guy, aren't I? Don't tell me about the odds.
They're still singing the dark side now at Mariners games.
Oh.
From the 35, they'll kick it off this time. Let's see if the 5 yards makes a difference for the Huskies.
Going out of bounds. They're going to probably make him re-kick it because it'll move it back 5. Come on, Northern, tell him to re-kick.
They can take it where it went out of bounds, though. That's not bad field position.
Yeah, but the way this guy's kicking, I wouldn't make him re-kick because it's going to push him back 5. You might have your deep returners at the 30. Yeah,
They're just going to take the ball, or what are they?
No,
gonna do?
they're making him re-kick.
Making him re-kick.
Yeah, that's a great call because now that's going to push him back. They would have got the ball at the 35, but now if you watch this, watch the deep returners heels are at the 25, maybe the 30. So once they catch the ball, they're going to be where the ball would have been if they would have marked it out of bounds. Yeah.
So back to the 30. So Thurston scores, takes the lead, 8-7, and now they're having problems just kicking the ball back to the Huskies.
This is how you shoot yourself in the foot after a big drive like that. Because Northern's probably going to get the ball, I mean, at least, if not midfield, the 45-yard line. Probably want to squib it here.
Right up the middle of the field, and the Huskies are going to fall on it and about their own 49-yard line. Looked like Bryson Vernacki recovered the kick there at his own 49.
I don't think he meant to put that spin on the ball, but that almost worked out in Thurston's favor. That's a great play by, was it number 32 from Northern that recovered that? Yeah.
So they move it back to the 48.
If he doesn't get down on that, oh.
My apologies, Coach. You were right. They got way better field position.
I have all this useless knowledge that I can't use anymore, Dennis.
Well, let's see what the Northern offense does now. Vinny working out of the gun here. He's going to give it to Ban. And Ban is going to fight ahead for about a yard. Well, Thurston getting a little tougher up the middle, too. See if they've made an adjustment, because Northern was getting their yards straight through the middle of the line early in the game.
I mean, this is who Northern's been rolling with. They haven't had a lot of substitutions. Is 14 new, or has he been out there? Landon Ford?
Ford's been out a couple of times as a receiver. They haven't thrown to him yet. Trips to the left as Jordan splits out wide. And they're looking over the middle, and it's caught. And to the 30-yard line with a diving effort there is Joey Lincoln.
Another flag on the field. Could be a late hit. Going to add. Nice concept by Northern there. They gave they put the outside linebacker in a bad position. They give him a high-low. So you send that flat route out in front of the, of the outside linebacker. If he just moves up too much to look at that flat route, they're going to throw that curl slant behind you, and that's what happened. I mean, you know what? Get Vinny some confidence. Give him some easy throws. I mean, you're not reading that. The coach is telling you who you're going to throw the ball to. You're going to throw the ball to the flat, or you're going to throw the ball to the slant curl that's happening behind it.
Sideline warning against the Huskies. That's what the discussion was about. It's a 19-yard gain. And, yeah, you're right about that. I think the guy that needed that the most was Vinny.
Yeah.
He's now 3 out of 8 for 22 yards.
Just give him easy throws. It's not the NFL. We don't need to read the whole defense. Give him 2 options.
So first down, Northern at the 32 of the Eagles. Now split two receivers out wide to the right and a receiver to the left. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Jordan Band. Again, looking for room up the middle, but somebody's got a headlock on Jordan. Big 57 put a headlock on Jordan Band. And he's lucky if he got anything there.
So that was the second time Northern went unbalanced. So again, it was tackle. Number 7, Norrell Jordan, who was playing tight end, was actually looked like the tackle on the other side. I'm sure Northern's looking at him to see if Thurston's going to make sure they know that he is an eligible receiver. Let's just keep an eye on that to see if they try to get Norrell loose here later on in that same formation.
Ford split out wide to the right. 3 receivers to the left, including Norrell Jordan in the slot that way. And the back. He's looking to throw. Little pump fake, throw to the outside, jump ball. And was that intercepted? No, it's a
great catch.
No, it is a catch.
That was a great catch by Joey Lincoln. I mean, that's not even the throw you want to make. The corner's playing soft, and he's playing a deep zone there. Joey got a little behind him, but not really. It was pretty much just a jump ball, and Joey went up over the guy and made a play. Great play by Joey Lincoln.
Yeah, that was a great play. That's about a 23-yard pickup. They got more yards on that pass than they had passing for the whole game. And all of a sudden, the Huskies are in business, 1st and goal at the 6. Well, they give it to Band 4 times in a row here and see if he can get you 6 yards. Now they're going to have Vinny run it. Ooh, he took a big hit. So I don't think any gain on the play. 2nd and goal.
Yeah, that last play by Joey Lincoln's probably been the most impressive play we've seen tonight. I mean, again, not the throw the quarterback should have thrown, but, you know, sometimes you just put the ball up there and have one of your playmakers make a play.
Oh, Jez, I shorted him a couple of yards. That was a 27-yard pass play. 2nd and goal. Huskies down a point. 2 minutes now to go here in the 3rd quarter. They tried to hand off to Van. Vinny dropped the ball. I think Van went the wrong way, or Vinny went the wrong way. Somebody went the wrong way. Now they're just on a broken play trying to get what they can get. It's just not going to be enough there. It's going to be 3rd down.
All right, Coach.
Is that the back or the quarterback? They're too far away to tell.
I was actually looking on how the corner was playing the receiver to the wide side of the field. I didn't know if he was going to try to throw a quick slant, but his split wasn't too wide. I wasn't really paying attention too far.
There's just nobody was there when he turned the hand off the ball. Now they're going to go with trips to the right here. Single receiver to the left. Van still the back from the 7. They're going to throw a fade. Lincoln, and it's off his kneecap.
Good play.
And broken up. Now it's 4th down.
I didn't want to talk between your surveillance there, but if you saw the split that Joey Lincoln had there, I didn't know if they were going to throw that ball on 3rd down, but he had a split. He was an outside receiver, and his split was almost on the hash. So that kind of gives it away on where he's going. You know he's going to the far corner. So, but good play by that corner, made up for that.
So Thomas for what basically is a 25-yard field goal attempt to try to give the Huskies the lead back. This is well within his range.
Oh, yeah, ball's on the hash. .25
for the lead. The kick is up, and he'll line drive it.
Yep, he hit the post.
And he got it.
Hit the post.
Yeah. It's hard from our angle to tell if it went through or went by, but it went through. And then when the officials got me nervous when they looked at each other. 25 yards out. Landon Thomas gives Northern the lead again.
Probably overcompensated a little bit just because the ball was on the hash and banked it in there.
So 10-8 Huskies with 1:07 to go here in the 3rd. This has really become an interesting ball game now to me. because of the way Thurston did on the first drive here in the third
Same
quarter.
with Northern. I mean, but you know what happened to Thurston? What screwed them? They had 3 penalties on the kickoff. You know, and they give Northern the ball at midfield. I mean, that's not, you know, if Northern just gets the ball in normal territory, I mean,
Spectacular catch by Lincoln on that drive.
all right, let's see how they.
He had 2 big catches on that drive.
Yeah. The call got put down to the sideline. It's time to give number 2 the ball. Again, so let's see how Thurston handles this pooch, if they're going to pooch again. Again, if I'm Northern, I don't know if I want to give him the ball at the 40-yard line. Like, kick it in the end zone, make him start from the 20.
Yeah, I get it in the first half when you're stopping them and they're not moving the ball at all against you. But after that first drive, I'm with you. I think I'd want them to go a little further. And now would be the perfect time to do it because Thurston thinks another pooch kick is coming.
Yeah, well, you can see the upbacks in the wings. Yeah. Oh, he pooched it a little bit deeper.
Well, a little bit deeper is right. Back inside the 20, but here's a nice return
Oh, he's
by
got
Johnson. This is Andre Johnson. Look out. He's to the 25. He's to the 20 before the Huskies can figure him out and knock him down. He went flying through there, Coach. There was a big seam for him to run in.
He was the one that had the big run on the toss play,
Yep.
right? You know what? If you're watching at home, even though the kicker, number 39, doesn't make the tackle, he does a good enough job right there to slow him up so everybody that's pursuing the ball behind him can come back and make the tackle. Like, again, if you want to say, man, great job by the Port Huron Northern, Landon Thompson on that one, just to slow him up so somebody else could come make the tackle. Man, this is a different second half, ain't it?
Yeah. Quite a bit different. Thurston's got a little bit of energy now. Their guys are jumping up and down and off. And in the first half, I didn't think some of these guys had pulses, but here in the third quarter, there's a sudden jolt of energy here. 52 seconds to go. Thurston's down 2.
Back to the toss.
And they're going to work. And here's an outside run by Jeremiah Johnson inside the 10 to about the 5-yard line.
We really have to get the replay going here at Thumb Coast TV because I would show you just how Thurston is outnumbering Northern at the point of attack there. They just have too many guys. Like, you have to treat that as unbalanced. Yes, there's 2 receivers and an H-back all squeezed together. Technically, they're not offensive linemen, but they're outnumbering you, especially when it's to the wide side of the field. You got to slant. You got to do something on the snap of the ball.
That's a pickup of 17, and just like that, it's first and goal.
Now they got the same bunch out of the 20 personnel to the
17
field.
seconds to go in the quarter. Hand off, Jeremiah Johnson. The Huskies got him stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe even lost a yard there. And that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We got a ball game,
Yes,
folks.
we do. Yes, we do.
It's 10-8 Huskies after 3, but Thurston's at the 6 when we start the fourth quarter here. And they actually briefly took the lead before a Husky field goal regained the lead for them. Here's the thing, Coach. Let's say Thurston scores. Let's say they go for 2 and make it. They're still only up 6 points.
You're making me do math right now,
Making
Dennis.
you do math. That important logistical stuff.
Yes, so 6. It would be
It's 6
16
points.
to 10.
So the Huskies can still take the lead with a touchdown and an extra point.
Are you trying to write the story before it's
Trying to
been
write
told?
the story, just in case, because I still think Northern can get a stop here.
Well, we're definitely 4-down territory again until we can find out if they have a kicker. But
I don't think they're kicking tonight.
No.
I don't care if they get to the
No.
1-yard line; they ain't kicking tonight. I know ain't isn't a good way to talk here.
Mhm.
The school district
again,
TV.
you know, it's preseason for us, so we apologize out there. You probably heard me before the start of the game. I didn't even know when we were live today. You guys at home probably think we had a big practice, a pregame before this. I haven't seen Dennis since last fall.
I will say this, that John and Chad did set up the equipment at the office the other day.
Oh, so you had a little dry
just
run.
to make sure. Oh, I just sat there and tested the audio, but I had no idea what I was in for tonight. Here's a handoff, Andre Johnson. Flag on the play. Andre gets in for the score.
Illegal motion.
But this is coming back. So that helps.
Can't do that after a quarter.
It's Jones in at quarterback now, so they're alternating quarterbacks. They're alternating running backs. But it's working for him here in the second half where it didn't work at all in the first half.
Well, again, the big thing is they've been under center, and being under center has been working for them.
So it will be second and goal out at the 11-yard line.
Jones back
Jones in at quarterback.
Yep.
He's 5 out of 11 for 52 yards.
All right. Usually it's trips to the boundary, 10 personnel. Sprint out.
Andre Johnson is the back. His big kick return set all this up. They're throwing it off to Eccles. Eccles will get the penalty yards back.
Now, you know what? They're just trying to get him the ball today, aren't they?
Yeah.
Any way they can.
Will bring up third down and goal to go.
No.
2 catches, 7 yards for Eccles. Third and goal from the 6.
He's almost been a decoy tonight.
Well, since I assume they're going for it on fourth down, I think you can run the football here.
Looks like they're going to be under center again. 20 personnel pinch.
Jones under center. Fakes to DeAndre Johnson.
Four's
Rolls
open.
out, throws. Ball's
Ooh.
juggled near the goal line and broken up. What a big hit by Joey Lincoln. He's
Here comes
fucking
the
for
penalty.
player of the game.
Here comes a penalty, though.
Ooh, that's a late
It was
flag.
targeting. It was targeting. I mean, in the 80s and 90s, that would have just been a great play, but, man, I wanted to call that play out before the game. You saw it, we call it H-slip. He comes out of the backfield from the other side. Again, it was a flood route, but there wasn't as much space because they were in the red zone. And this time the quarterback decided to throw to number 4, who was the shallow route. Ball gets tipped, and, man, you know, you're just saying that the Northern defender is trying to make a play on the ball, but the way he went high on him.
Well, there's the Northern's arguing that the ball was tipped, but I don't know if that makes a difference in
It
high
wasn't
school.
tipped by the defender. I think it was tipped by the guy who was trying to catch the ball, so he had tipped it.
But the thing here, if this is a personal foul, Coach, that gives him a first down,
Oh,
right?
yeah, it's going to be. It came in late. You heard the crowd yelling for it, but, I mean, you just can't. You can't. Again, you get so caught up because how many different levels of football you watch, whether it's college, high school. You can't hit a defenseless player. So he's defenseless at that time. You have to make that decision as the secondary player to not make contact with him. And if you're going to make contact, it can't be at the shoulder pads and above.
So Oliver was the injured player. He bounces back up. Half the distance is right, but I think the board says third down. I think it should be first down.
Nobody brought the rule book with them, so they're just replaying the down. No, they're going to tell them.
They've got to fix that
They're gonna
because
tell them to fix
if
it.
that's a personal foul, that's an automatic first down.
Yeah.
Not an automatic first down.
It's not.
Now they're saying it's not an automatic first down.
So it's half the distance to the goal line. Replay the down.
Okay, well that helps Northern more than it
Yeah.
really helps the offense of the Eagles. So third and goal from the 3. 10:39 to go here in the fourth. Northern's up by 2, but that's being threatened now. Here's DeAndre Johnson. He'll be hit in the backfield.
Can't do that.
Can they get him? He got away and he ran backwards. That was his big mistake. Now it's going to be fourth down and a lot. He's outside the 15-yard line.
Well, you know, the big issue there is number 4 had been in the game there for the whole game playing that H-back, and you bring in a new H-back, number 25 for Thurston, and I think he just blew his block, and Northern just came untouched through.
That's a loss of 14. And now it brings up 4th and goal from the 17. Jeremiah Johnson, the back now. Jones at quarterback with 4 receivers. He'll work out of the gun this time. Pressure coming from the edges. Northern's got to get there. That's their 3rd sack of the game. They stop him on 4th down.
And you got to get rid of the ball. Throw it through the end zone. If they intercept the ball, it's in the end zone.
Pressure was coming from the edges, but I think it was Norrell Jordan up the middle who got there.
Yeah, they were on him right away. Sometimes you just got to go snap the ball, throw it to number 0 wherever he is and hope he catches it. And even if they do intercept the ball in the end zone, Northern gets the ball at the 20. I mean, take a shot.
They're at the 26 now after getting the stop. Leading by 2. And again, you'd like points here, and you'd also like to take up some clock if you can. Handoff Band. Kind of ran into his own blockers there, and Thurston does a good job. They'll wrap him up and stop him after about a 2-yard loss.
Just never had a chance to get to the hole on that play. Got an injured player here for Thurston, number 56.
Really, since the first quarter, it's been tough sledding for Northern trying to run the ball.
Yeah.
Thurston made an adjustment and stopped that middle game that the Huskies had going.
Yeah, I mean, the last drive was, 3 passes? Yeah.
It took a couple of great catches, well, one great catch from Joy Lincoln for sure. He had me fooled. I couldn't tell if it was broken up, intercepted, or caught.
You know what?
I had 3 choices, and I was wrong until I got to my 3rd choice.
If you're out there listening in listener land, we may need a spotter for the rest of the season. So you might be hired based on the fact if you have some binoculars. You can stand behind me and Dennis all game and give us numbers.
All right, 2nd down and about 12 here for the Huskies. They really don't want to get into a passing game, so they need to get this run going. They are going to throw. The screen was open there for a second. They finally get it to Band. And number 3 comes up and makes the stop there. That is Cameron Jackson. I think if he throws that one sooner, they've got some yardage there at least.
Yeah, and and that's one thing that I guess we've been really impressed about by Thurston. I know we try to say good things about everybody, but their tackling's been really good. You haven't seen too many broken plays, and they've been very good tacklers tonight.
That's what's lacking here. Northern really has not had a big play in the ball game. The 2 catches by Lincoln is it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they've just been kind of marching it slowly down the field when they've had success. So Hank Stram would say, the old Kansas City coach, matriculating that ball down the field.
Nobody that's listening knows who Hank Stram is.
You knew who he was.
I knew who he was.
You've seen NFL films.
Yeah.
On ESPN show or whatever.
I was thinking about, we got time to talk here. I was thinking about that because what's on right now is Hard Knocks. And the guy that does the narrating for Hard Knocks is the actor he played in, here we go, talking about movies. But anyways, you're so used to hearing him do Hard Knocks because Hard Knocks has been going on so long. But then when you hear that old voice on the frozen tundra of, there's always like poetry music playing in the background.
I think it's Sable, is his last name.
Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day watching Hard Knocks.
3rd and 11 here for the Huskies. They don't want to give the ball back this soon. And I tell you, if they had their druthers, they wouldn't want to throw the ball and have a chance of an incompletion stopping the clock either.
3rd and 11. Thurston's been playing pretty soft coverage on 3rd and long.
Huskies lead it
Look for one of the
Thurston's giving him a little bit more of a battle here in the second half.
Look for one of the inside receivers to try to get maybe curl up at the sticks. Maybe they throw a little high-low route at him again.
Go for receivers. Trips out to the right. And he's looking to throw.
Nope,
and pressure's coming, and he's going to be sacked for the first time tonight back inside his own 20-yard line.
That was, great
At
call.
the 17, a loss of 7.
Great call by the Thurston defense on that play. So that was probably the first time Northern just had to design all-go route because all of them were going deep. So, they have to hold the ball a little longer, and Thurston did a good job getting the pressure on the quarterback.
4th down and an Uber ride to Marysville.
Here's the first snap of the second half.
Now they were practicing at halftime.
Okay. Well, this is when you don't want to rough the kicker.
Standing at about his own 5-yard line.
Yep.
Oh, over his head. Look out. That
Touchdown.
ball's still loose.
Get
it's
on
still
it.
loose, and it's a touchdown for Thurston. They will recover it first.
I'm really not that good of a coach, Dennis. I'm sorry that I mentioned that in the first quarter.
Dominic Brantley will recover the bad snap in the end zone, and Thurston retakes the lead.
So, and again, anybody out in listener land that's listening, you may be impressed by me calling that in the first quarter, but I have these random skills that I can't use in real life anymore, especially when you're a hockey dad and you don't coach football.
Anymore.
Yes.
Now go for 2 here. Now, again, it's the same scenario before Northern got that goal line stand.
Dennis, you're
It
right.
ended up not really being at the goal line.
You're right in the story, but it's going to be a little different.
But it's still not the end of the world here.
Well,
Not time to panic.
with a good field goal kicker like Landon Thompson, 4 protects you from a field goal, though.
Yeah. You do have to get the ball into the end zone again. Williams at quarterback. They're going to go I formation with Oliver as the deep back this time.
Good.
And they did not get in. They eventually did give it to Oliver. Northern gets a stop.
I mean, on that one, I think it's a crapshoot. Like you either get 6 or you have 4. It's still you have to keep them out of the end zone.
So it's 14-10. And the bad snap is recovered in the end zone by Dominic Brantley. And still 6:57 to go. Plenty of time here.
Half of a quarter. Timeouts. What do we have? Northern only has one.
Only has one remaining.
You never can trust the clock operator on those timeouts. I think sometimes they fall asleep.
This can start with a nice kickoff return. Let's get the Huskies some good field position.
How about Thurston has no penalties this time on their kickoff? Let's just get the ball off. Everybody stay on side.
They other than the kickoff, they have cleaned that part up
Yeah.
because that killed them in the first half.
No, their coverage is not bad because they're a great tackling team. It's just they've hurt themselves kicking the ball out of bounds and being offsides on these kickoffs. But they do have a small roster, so these guys are going both ways. One's out there covering.
And Jeremiah Johnson's out there.
There's my guy, 22. He wants to run down there and hit somebody.
I want Joey Lincoln or Drake to get the ball here and be able to do something with it.
Stay on side. Nice kick.
And it's going to be Drake from the 15. To the 20, 25. Drake to the 30. Drake to the 40. 45. 46. That's something that Northern needed.
We had mentioned his name in the pregame analysis. He must just be playing a lot of defense. Thought he was going to play a little bit more offense, but you gotta do your job wherever you can do your job, and he gave Northern a great return there.
41-yard line is where they put the ball down after the Messiah Drake return of 26 yards. I like that he just went straight ahead with the ball.
Yeah.
You get yards that
It's
way.
kick return's a one-cut return. You get the full speed, you get one cut, you got to go.
Now, if you can get the run game going, you can still run here. You got plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Jordan in motion. Hand off Ben. And Ben to He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. He lost about a half yard there.
I just watching. I mean, again, we're watching this as it unfolds, and we're not really dissecting every play. But Northern's run the power game a couple times. Power is a more man-blocking scheme, so you're getting two guys pulling. They've been a lot better running the inside zone where they're just getting bodies on bodies. Again, like them better with the inside zone.
2nd down and 11 now from the 41. A little screen pass.
Somebody's helmet came off.
Ban. I don't think he really gained any yardage there.
We got a
on the play.
Personal
And it's
foul
against Thurston. That helps the Husky cause. They'll mark it from the end of the catch, which was the 40. So that'll be a Husky first down at the Thurston 45. Still 6:07 to go. Plenty of time here. Northern down by 4, 14-10.
Oh, it was a face mask.
First down here, Huskies.
Better play.
Ban slips a tackle and fights his way to about the 40. Picked up about 5 yards there, but that, that's their best run in a long time.
Yeah, again, going back to the inside zone, that's what they need to do. I mean, because an inside zone is going to happen a little quicker than power does. Because in power, you got a lineman and your H-back pulling. Takes a little time to get there. Inside zone, you're getting it downhill right away, and you're getting behind those big bodies. I think that's been Northern's best run game tonight.
You're also going to get what you want. Messiah Drake into the game on the offensive side of the ball. He's one of the receivers. He's the single set off to the far side of the screen. Now they're going to put a man in motion, and they're going to run that way. Nenny puts his head down and gets to the 38.
We got some more lettuce on the field. It's getting sloppy here. Over on the 20.
Fine if it's against Thurston, but if
probably
it's Northern, that's
probably holding on
a problem.
63.
Asking the defense what they want, and Northern's backing up.
We haven't had too bad of a game in penalties, but
no, but this is a killer at a bad time too. Takes it all the way back to the 49.
Is that 3rd down now?
That's what the board's got. The sideline marker does got 3rd down.
Second.
Now the board's got
it's going
second.
They're flipping it now.
Second.
Replay second.
2nd down, back at the 49 now, so 2nd and 14.
They out of this formation, they screened last time. They went 2-by-2 even. Watch for 5 coming out to the screen to the wide side. Nope.
Looking. Throw is incomplete.
Had the 2 big guys on the same side there in the boundary. I got to start remembering 88's name.
That's
Carter McArdle and Norrell Jordan were lined up next to each other. Probably just trying to get the ball in the big fella's hands.
This is an important play because we're now down under 4 minutes to play.
Well, you got 3 timeouts, so if you don't get it, you got to punt it. And try to hope for a nice punt.
Well, the board says the Huskies have 1 timeout.
Oh, I'm looking at the, Red Hawks. Confused.
They're the visitors tonight.
Yeah.
Hawk, Eagle, kind of the same.
Yeah. Luckily, we haven't said Trojan or Titan yet tonight.
I tried to mess with you at the beginning of the game. Trips to the left here. He's got a little bit of time, and the throw is incomplete.
He had him.
He was looking for Beatrich.
Just overthrew him a little bit.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
On the seam. I mean, seam is such a tough throw for a high school quarterback. It's a deeper pass, but you don't really want to get too much air under it when you're throwing in between the linebacker and the safety. He kind of overthrew him right there. Maybe if he puts it on a little bit more line, throws it on his back shoulder, it's probably an easier catch.
Fourth down near midfield, and
Punt team's out.
they're going to punt the ball away here and put the faith in the defense to get a stop, get them the ball back.
Thurston calling the timeout here, probably to protect against the fake punt. But also, the worst play that happens in high school football is they do get the punt off. The returner bobbles it, and it's like a 40-yard gain for the punt team because they like, you know, I've been in so many coaching staffs where the coach is just telling me, like, tell your punt returner not to catch it. Just don't let it bounce.
They're all probably also saying, hey, guys,
Stay off the punter.
last time they snapped it over his head. So be alert. Be ready for anything.
Okay, but this goes back to my old theory. We spin the wheel once, we got the bad snap and we got it. You know what? That's all we need today. What you don't want to do here is try to put the pressure on because you don't need to score again. So you don't want to rough the punter and then give them a first down and keep the drive alive. I would play it safe, watch for the fake, and whoever's back there catching the ball better catch the ball. Or if he's not, get away from it. Just don't let it bounce.
Oh, my man Zero back there. I tried at halftime. I asked about 4 different sets of parents who that guy was, and nobody had any clue.
Good snap that time. Catch it if you're going to catch it.
He did on the fly, and finally
Nice
wrapped
tackle.
up at the 31 or 32-yard line.
That's a nice tackle by Landon Ford right there because he had some space and he was going. But you know what? That's what you need. You need confidence in your punt returner. He wasn't worried about dropping that ball. He caught it, made a nice return, and number 14, again, Landon Ford on a nice tackle.
It's crunch time for that Husky defense now because Thurston has figured it out here in the second half, and they're running the ball with some success.
And they've been pretty clean, no turnovers.
And also, don't fall asleep because the score here is going to end things.
Oh, it would. So we're going to take a shot with our buddy Zero down the middle of the field.
That's what I'm worried about. Or Eccles, who they haven't really gotten the ball to yet. Nope.
Nice pull. We saw that earlier in the first
On the
quarter.
run.
That's the first time they've gone. Quarterback Reed.
Got about 6 or 7 yards there, depending where they put this down.
Number 2, Jakari Williams, taking down number 36. Cooper Hill and number 45, Preston Smith. Second down, Eagles.
5 carries for Williams for only 9 yards tonight, but that was a big 6 yards right there.
Yeah. Well, if 2's in the game, it's probably, you know, he's the running quarterback, but man, 8's had a great second half. 0's had a great game. 4's been doing a good job for Thurston blocking.
Running again, this time with Andre Johnson. He's got the first down at about the 44-yard line. A gain of 6. It's such a big difference with the even the effort but from the backs. Like they look like they have more energy than they had at the start of the game.
Was it that sun beating down on Memorial Field? It's because it does, you know, it'll heat up. That sun will get you.
Yeah. But they're running with a lot of energy, you know.
Totally different looking backs than the first half.
First half, I thought Northern was dominating the football game.
Especially up front.
Yeah. Williams going to work out of the gun here. First down to 2:10 to go. Williams wants to keep. He's got some room on the edge.
Bounds.
50,
Hold that.
45,
Protect
40,
that ball.
and down finally at the 37-yard line.
You know what? That's, you know, good decision making by Thurston right now. You know, they're giving the quarterback a simple read play. They probably want to keep the ball in his hand. Usually your quarterback that touches the ball all the game, you want to keep him with the ball in his hand because more than likely not to fumble the ball. So, you know, good little combo play calling by Thurston.
That was a 24-yard pickup. I think, 19-yard pickup.
We're getting to the point right now where you just might be able to kneel it down.
Well, there's a minute and a half to go, and the Huskies only have one time. The defense has got to think about stripping the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to tell your guys right now on Thurston, don't do anything extra. Cover the ball up.
Andre Johnson's the back. Let's see if Williams just keeps again. Nope, he gives it to Andre Johnson. Running hard. Boy, he nearly got away from that first tackle, but they held him up enough for a 1-yard gain.
They're
But
going to use their timeout now.
I was going to say time's a waste, and it's their final timeout with 64 seconds to go.
Second down. See, this is, I'm not a math guy.
You can take a couple of knees here and win the ball game,
Yes, I mean, this is why you have a coach on a staff that's responsible for everything. So we always had a coach that had the countdown to whether or not we had to run another play. Definitely not my job, but I don't think so. What's that? We got second down, third down, fourth down, 20-40. I mean,
there's 64 seconds, and you get 40 seconds between a play.
Yeah.
My math says you can kneel on it twice and win the game.
Yeah. That's why I was wondering why they were still. Oh, they were running it because Northern still had that one timeout.
Yeah. Now they've used it.
Yeah.
Can't stop the clock, and the only way Northern now is going to win this ball game is if Thurston screws it up.
Well, that used to be the old middle school play. You used to find your little wrestler and put him right on top of the center. Because back in middle school, centers couldn't snap the ball that good or that fast. And you would try to slap the ball before it got back to the quarterback. You don't see anybody do that one anymore.
And a bad snap is the reason we're in this situation on a punt play that led to a Thurston recovery in the end zone for the go-ahead score.
But what's really good is Thurston's been going under center the whole game, so it's not like something new for them, that they're a shotgun team.
So this is victory formation, so they figured out the math too. Williams will take the snap and then drop to a knee. That'll get the clock started, and they don't have to snap it again now.
One more time.
Until there's about 40 seconds left in the game.
Well, you're going to look at, the referee when he puts his hand up in the air and he starts counting 5. So they'll have to take one more snap here. People at home got to be really thinking we don't know how to do math.
It's tough on the fly.
I get confused with seconds.
We're at 32 seconds, so they snap the ball, take the knee, and the game's over. Clock's going to run out. Northern can't stop it. And Redford Thurston's going to come from behind tonight and win the ball game 14-10 on a bad snap on a punt that was recovered for a touchdown. So we only had 3 touchdowns in this game, Coach, and the offense for each side had 1.
The listeners that know me know I'm a special teams guy. And special teams is so overlooked so much in practice because you're on a time crunch. But guess what? Guess what made the game? Special teams today.
14-10. Redford Thurston holds off Port Huron tonight. Jordan Band got a Husky touchdown early after they recovered a fumble. Then it stayed 7-0 all the way until midway through the third quarter when Jakari Williams got the 1-yard sneak. Oliver caught the pass to make it 8-7. Northern came right back, bunch of penalties on the kickoff.
Yep.
Put the Huskies in position. They got a Landon Thomas field goal to take a 10-8 lead into the fourth and final quarter. But Dominic Brantley, we said his name 2 or 3 times tonight, all on special teams. And he recovered the bad snap in the end zone for what turned out to be the winning touchdown with 6:57 to go. And 14-10 gets Thurston off to a 1-0 start, and the Huskies drop to 0-1.
Yeah. And we had mentioned this midway to the end towards the fourth quarter, just like what a difference number 8, Andre Johnson was running the ball in the second half for Thurston. Like just the way he was getting downhill. And again, when you're underneath the center, the running back is getting that run up to the line of scrimmage. He's churning his legs. He's getting a little bit more speed. And that's in high school football. Sometimes that's just the difference from going from the gun to under center.
Well, to give you an idea how his second half went compared to the first half, he had a 58-yard run. He finished with 57 yards rushing tonight. He did not have a good first half.
Yeah. So, and, just what a different second half. Very enjoyable game, especially the way both teams played in the second half. But, man,
Well, I was impressed with the Husky defense. It's what I've come to expect. I guess if I were going to go with the player of the game, I'm thinking Zero's my hero. He had 50 yards with 4 receptions tonight, and I wish I knew what his name was, but I thought he had a good game, and he made a good play on that last punt return as well.
It would be awesome to give it to Zero if I knew his name. I would go with Zero or number 8, Andre Johnson.
So there you go. Once again, your final score is 14-10 for Redford Thurston. For Dave Taddy, I'm Dennis Stuckey for the Port Huron Area School District and Thumb Coast TV.